Okay, I'll just record it and then I'll send you the recording. I'll upload it as a private YouTube video or something like that.
Okay.
Okay, so first thing I'm gonna go and do, so I'm gonna go and delete my customer record because I created 2 this morning for myself while I was testing. So I'll delete those first just so that I can reuse my email addresses. So action, delete, okay. Okay, so I've done that. And now I will go into the Lista Express. I think I left one there this morning. So as you will have seen now, the server is nice and fast. Like there's one area in the backend where I noticed, and that's something that we're going to look at. So let's see, let's show all of them here. I think I did one here this morning. I'm just going to go and delete that one. Let's see. Yes, here is one of mine. Let me just go and edit. I'll delete that one just so they don't pile up over here. Okay. Delete. Oops. Delete. Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to go and log out, or I'm already logged out. Okay, that deleted my list. Okay, so I'm going to do the steps here. So I'm coming onto the website. First thing that I want to do is I want to create a new account. I already had one, but I'll create a new one. So here's what we have now. No, wait, this is not the correct form.
Yeah, that was another thing that I wanted to discuss there.
Hold on just a little bit.
Yeah.
No, that's not the correct. Okay. I know, but I was on a different form. How did I get to that form? Hold on, let me start right from scratch. There's obviously there's 2 forms because I was on a different form. So here, this means iniciar, that means start a new session, right?
Yeah, like login.
Yeah. So here, okay. Why did it take me? Oh, here, login with mail, registro una lista express.
Okay.
No, I'm not sure why I was taken to the other. I need to look at that with my developer, but I was taken to the wrong form, and I don't know why there's 2 forms. But here now, when I go and I say registración via mail, here now, this is all we're asking: the name, the last name, the birthday, and the email and the passwords.
Oh, that's all.
That's all we're asking for now. Yes.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Gerhard, I'll fill this in. Here, I'll just take a screenshot. Here, the birthday has to be entered like this, and we are going to add. I already discussed with my developer. We're going to add, like, make it obvious that they have to go like
day, month.
Yeah,
year.
day, month, year. So yes, so they have to go like that. Yeah. So that's how they have to add.
The slashes can be auto generated.
I can ask to have it implemented that way. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And then here, I will show you what needs to be translated. I can take screenshots, and then you can go and translate that, and we can implement that. So here, my email address. Okay, and then I'm going to pick the password. So I will use a very simple password so that you know what needs to be translated. So I'll just use 1235. It won't let me save it because it needs to be the password. See, now it says minimum length of this field must be equal or greater than 8 symbols. Leading or trailing spaces will be ignored. So that's an English message right now saying the password is that's not a strong password. You have to pick a stronger password. So okay. I'll give you this screen, or actually, you know what? When you're going to see the recording, then you're going to see all of this. So now
how will be the process so I can give you feedback about this? Yeah, I should put in an email or put in the task sheet of Google Sheets.
I think in this case, because now we don't want to mix it up with the Google Sheet that is still outstanding there, because we want to keep this, now that we are focused on just getting you live, now we want to just keep this separately. So however you do that, just email me. Best you email me, and then try to send it all in one email instead of sending individual emails if you can at all possible.
Okay.
Yeah. So here I'm using a stronger password now. So that's just so that you know that will not work if it's a weak password, and that's just a Magento functionality. So 5. Okay. So I'm creating an account. we have created an account successfully. That screen only popped up once there. So there, that screen goes away right away. Just so that you know, that was also an English message displaying there.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Now, my first step will be to submit a list of a school that, or of where there is no list. So just so you can see that. What was it? SH, is it? Or I'll do ABC. There were some schools with that name. ABC. Is there no school? Let's go and pick a real school. Here, let's do this one.
I'll give you how to say it, like more feedback about that page, because every time I was like, if you type something and then you misspell one letter, the last one you wrote, then suddenly everything deletes. So yeah, try to delete the C letter that you have just using.
Okay. Let me make. See, I see exactly what you mean. So here, let me make notes of this as we speak. So when entering the school name, when entering the school name and deleting one letter deletes the whole school name. Okay, I made a note of that, and then also another thing. Okay, so then we'll just go and do ABC. Just pick one school where there is no list, and I'll just pick anything where I know for sure there's no list. Niño, and then busca su lista. And so now it takes me where I can enter my list.
Yeah,
This here, because I already asked for the school and the grade, it should remember that.
Yeah, that's another bug.
Yeah, it should remember my school and grade after.
Also, let's change the title of that document. Formulario de solicitud de lista rápida. That's not actually what.
Okay. Do you want to send that to me in an email? What it should be translated as?
I will.
Okay, sure. So send that to me. So now here we still have to select, and that is something we can quickly fix. So here's the grade Niño, and we've done this here because we were already almost done with this. So suba tu lista. We have 3 browse buttons now, so you can select 3 files.
Okay.
And I will just select this. We'll just select one file. So upload. Okay. So gracias por enviar tu lista. So that's also something you can, if it needs to be translated or changed. Okay. So now I have done this one list. Now let's just go and find, I think we tried this morning with Santa Cruz, a school, but what was the actual name of the full name of the school? No, that one has 64 items. I don't know. So the ones that have configurable products, they don't work right now. So that's when we can go and look at here in a little bit. Which one did I use? I thought there was a Santa Cruz that had 5 products on it. I just wanted to use a small one. Let's use this one here. Let's go and edit this. I have the full school name.
Did the school names have been replaced with the last file I sent you?
What's that?
Do you remember I sent another list of schools? They were replaced?
Yes, that I am not sure. So again, I put some of the stuff on hold, and then we just worked on just getting the base replaced. So if that is the case, if that, I will check right away for you. Import schools and add address column. Did this collect you? So here's a task. This was here added by Marco. Please remove all the current schools. And oh yeah, so here's a new list. And what the developer says. Okay, so that is not done yet. And that is something I will make a note here. Task. Okay, I will just go in there. Okay. And okay, so now we have the full school name. This this list has 3 products on it. Oh, it has just one. Okay, that was already there this morning, but let me just make a note of that as well. Okay, so then I will add that as well to the list here. Okay, so this school, and the list that I have is for grade 2, or 2 años inicial. And is it a boy? And I also have to check, is it approved? Yes, it is. So and it is for a boy. And Oscar Solista. Oh, there's a configurable product on this. That's why that list does not work. Okay, so we need to find a list. There was a list for Santa Cruz. Yeah, that list has a configurable item on it. That's why that does not work on that list.
Go ahead and delete that list because that was built by Mark.
Okay, so then here, let me just go back. I won't stop that now. And let's go. Oh yeah, so that's a list that was created by Marco. So edit, action, delete, submit. There was a Santa Cruz school. Am I showing all the schools? Yes, let's just go find. That's the one I was testing with this morning. Oh, there's a lot of, okay, let's search for the keyword Cruz. So 8, there was a Santa Cruz school with this one. That's the one we tested with this morning. And that one I know for sure was working. Just gonna go edit and go and find and copy the full school name. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in, so I'm just gonna go back and start over again. So now we're gonna go search for Santa Cruz and we're gonna go and say what was the grade on that. That's primer grado, this one. And what's it? Is it a boy or a girl? Boy, niño, solista. Okay, so here's my list now. I have my 5 products on here and it says my school, my grade, and agregar una nueva lista. So I'll just check out which ones. This is where you can add a new list. And then you can also see here, you see this needs to be translated because here, if we change the quantity, so you should go through this and then just use that same list that we use so that you can quickly check out. And then procesar compra. And this now takes us to the checkout.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So what's that button called update shopping cart?
So that button does when you would, let's say you would you change your quantities. By default, it does not update them. So you just go and update shopping cart, and then it updates that. Yeah.
And how's supposed the user to know that? Because there's
yeah, so that will be one thing that we have to change. We have to change so that when you add plus button, that just automatically increments your quantity, so that they don't have to update. Because by default, that's how e-commerce sites work: as you make a change on something here, and then it updates that. Yeah.
But that's another thing to work on. Right?
Yes, yes, yeah. So I will add that to the list, that as a temporary thing as well to get up. Then I will just say, don't.
Will that update? Will that functionality take long?
No, I don't think so. Now again, we will work on what needs to be done, like bare minimum. So then we can also address that after in case that will take long.
Okay.
Don't use update shopping cart. Okay. And I have some cache loaded here on this website, so I should have done it from another browser, because here now I was doing all of that works, and because there was a compilation after this morning. So let's start with, I'll start with Firefox, and then I'll do that over again. Okay, so our school, and what was the grade again?
First grade.
First grade, yeah. So first grade. Here, niño, solista. Okay, so my list is here. Expand that, and I'm going to go procesar compra. There we go. So it takes me to the cart, and I have not logged in. So if I would have already been logged in, then now it would have that information populated based on what I logged in as. So here's now where you ask them for their address and everything. So what I'll do, I'll just fill this in. And there's also a few other areas when you're going to do this. Oh, so then actually I will log in. So here.
I have to translate this page too.
Yeah,
right?
so you see login, shipping address, like this page, you should come to this page and then you should translate all of that. Yes, correct. Yeah. So now I logged in. And so there's all my information. So I didn't enter phone number. Okay, so my profile does not have a phone number because we never asked for it when the user signed up. And then so my country, I'll just select this. Oh, there's no province here, I guess. This here. Empresa, oh, that's the company name, ABC. Okay, and now
that field was going to be hidden. I understand. Marco, I think he made a correction about that. He sent
okay. Yes. So yes, and I gave the developer instructions this morning to hide that, but I will make sure I make another note of that here. We are also hiding this where the root number is, right? That part as well, right?
Yep.
Okay. So let me just go and make a screenshot of this so I cover that one more time. Okay. And then I will just go and mark what's the hit. So I did already cover that this morning, but I don't think the developer's done with that part yet. Okay. So now I have entered everything that's asking me for. Place order now. Oh, by the way, here you can see that I have two options for payments right now: check or money order, or this is offline payment method. So this is where we will see. That's where we will see the payment method that we're setting up now. Like once that's in place.
Okay. So now the order number, el número de pedido, we have to coordinate that so we can read that, or can we configure Magento to generate some kind of order number that we can read and store?
So what we can do, we can set the next order number. We can set like, let's say you want this number next to be 5,000. We can set it to 5,000 and it just starts incrementing.
Okay, and needs to be 10 digits long. I think
yes, it needs to be this long. Yes, it automatically does it. I don't know if we would be able to make it. That's possible that we could do it. I don't think it would be a problem. But again, that would be something that we would probably not want to spend time on just to get going. So
okay, I'll ask them, my team, to.
And if you want it shorter, or you wanted something like shorter and then start someplace, just let me know, and then I will put that down as something that we need to look at. But then again, now we are just focused on getting this workable. So
yep.
check out this.
Yeah. Right.
So please do this now. So you see, I did a full checkout. I went and created an account. I submitted a list. I went and found a list and checked it out. So do that now. If you have any issues like I did here now, see mine all of a sudden here it didn't work when I was doing it over here. That's because of cache. Like when you've loaded it on your website and then there's a compilation done later on, then you should always do a Control F5 a few times. I don't know what it is on a Mac, that I don't know, so that you refresh the latest code. But keep that in mind, that if you also see that, oh, this does not work now, that's not because it doesn't work. It's just because you're loading it from your cache on your browser, and that's why it does not work.
Control F5, right, on Windows?
On Windows, it's Control F5, but on Mac, I don't know what that is. And usually it's a good idea to do it a few times just so that you know you're loading. Or when you test, you can also use Chrome Incognito window like this here. That also does not load any cache. But what I have found as well, we use a firewall here in the office, and that firewall also does some caching. And so there's also some firewalls that do that as well. So then you will find that it doesn't work on one system. And so then what we have here, and what I often do, we have remote servers like on a data center that we work in, and then we go and test from there to make sure we are loading everything fresh. So just something to keep in mind while you work on it, that if you also see something that's not working or somebody says that it's not working for them, that is the reason, especially if you've seen me showing you working, and then that we encountered the other day a little bit already.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So give me feedback now, and again, let's keep it really just to the very basics. Like we want to really focus on just getting this live, and then we will sit back a little bit, and then we'll say, okay, this and this will take this much, and then we can be much more relaxed, because we've been just all over, and it just it didn't work. So
Okay, so just to end this conversation, or I don't know if you have anything to add, but I want to say that did you read about the payment gateway email from Ivan, the last one?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's you need to answer that, right?
Did I what? Sorry.
Oh no, never mind. You answered.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've been talking to Ivan, and then there was one email where I asked you your thoughts, so you should look at that, and then just so you can give your thoughts as well, because he gave a suggestion for a workaround, but the workaround is going to be like, that's just going to cause issues. Like we would have to constantly disable and enable, and that will just cause disruptions. So
What? Yeah, I'm just reading this email. Okay, would cause a lot of effort. So then, as you're suggesting that we go with installing it after the works are done, or what's the actual suggestion? I don't understand.
So then basically what I'm suggesting is that he should find a solution for that as fast as possible. He said 1 to 4 days, but because if we do it the other way, we will have nothing but problems. I can already see that would just cause a lot of frustrations. So we do want to push him as much as possible. Like if you can talk to him and say, we're really need, because we are now aiming to have it all done by tomorrow morning with the basics, all the basics implemented, and have that all working. So that's what I wanted to tell you. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So please work with him and explain to him that we need this as soon as possible. And then like you saw, we did a full checkout here now. I created a list. I requested a list. I checked out with a list. And then, of course, your team now should be really working. I wanted to show you this. Team working on adding products. We've added the column here. Where is that column? Simple product type. See that right here? So now when you add products to a list, you can always see that it's a simple and not a configurable one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about the okay. So what about the login with Facebook? So I asked someone to check that out, but
okay. So I think, is that still under development? Like, is that still connected to your development accounts? Because let's just try it here. So let's say initiate session, and then let's say sign in with Facebook. So let me try it here now. So because I'm connected to my live Facebook, the pop-up is too small. Yeah, so far it's not. So this needs to be, I believe, on your end. You're blocked or secret field because the directory is not whitelisted in the apps client authentication settings. Make sure the client and web out logins are on. And so this is something on your end on the Facebook that you have to do. But I'll send you this as an email, and there's got to be something which says block this redirects fail because
you have access to that account. By the way, I created that account for the development. So
okay, so Marco had that access originally, right?
Mm-hmm. So can you see?
Okay, I'll talk about it with Marco right away, and we'll log in there and we'll see if we can find something why it does this, because this clearly is because there's something not sure. Let me talk to him. I will talk to Marco right away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I will talk to him, and then so please work with Ivan, and hopefully he can solve that. He'll have that solved today. So if he has it solved today, then we are completely ready to get that all in there tomorrow. So starting tonight, our time, and then so we have it all ready for tomorrow.
Okay. So one last question. It's so damn, I forgot. Yeah, let me think. Gateway, Facebook. No, never mind. I forgot. So I'll email you when I.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, just send me an email and then we can go from there.
Okay. Okay. So today your developers are going to still work until 2 p.m. or
So one is still working. He will be leaving very soon, but he's still working on a few things. So I will do this feedback that we have here that we discussed, but then he's still working. I don't think he will work much longer. I can ask as soon as we're done with the call, but I don't think he will work much longer because it's already, I think, what is the time right now for him?
Okay, so today I have a meeting with senior management.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just want to clarify some doubts and report how's the project going.
Mm-hmm.
So in summary, can I say that you're working as hard as you can, and that almost everything in the flow in the prototype, basically in the most basic terms, are working.
Mm-hmm.
We're just waiting for Ivan to finish the payment gateway, right?
That's correct. Yes. Yeah. And then so tomorrow morning we will work on some of the final details, make sure that that's all working. There's a few more, like the list that I made. So there's a few of those things that we will work on. So tomorrow morning it will be ready to start using it. And then I would say if anything, then tomorrow we work on some more final details. And if there's anything like minor things to tweak and things to get it all, Friday morning you should be ready to go live. Like I would say our goal is to have everything ready by tomorrow morning, but maybe we need one more day just for doing some final little testing and tweaking and you giving feedback on certain areas. But then it would be up to you whether we hand it all over. So again, so you should tell your team, your management team, that is dependent on the payment gateway. So if we encounter any issues there, that is dependent on that. But other than that, from our end, yes.
Okay, I have a question. So is it possible then to launch the site and we can let customers buy, but paying on the when they receive so they don't have to go to the payment gateway. They can pay when the delivery arrives to their houses.
So you would send it to them, what we call here COD, like charges on delivery?
Yeah, customer delivery.
Mm-hmm. If we cannot get the payment gateway working good, then yes. Right now there's an option. There's an option that's called money order, and we can just simply rename that. That would just say pay on delivery, and then that's the only thing that would be there. That is very fast to do if we cannot get the payment to work. Yeah.
No, so is that possible to be configured today?
Yeah, it is already. Literally, we would have to just change the label. So you start.
Hide the other option.
Yes, that's correct. Hide the option, and I think that yes. Let me just see. Let's see stores, and then we have all source configurations. Let's see if that's where it is. Yeah. So let's go under. Is it sales? Payment methods. So here, check our money order. Okay, use store view title. Okay, this is default. So I'm gonna go and change this to express list, but let me go. Yes, well, what you can see here, please confirm the scope change, yes. Okay, so here money order, here is where I can overwrite the title. So we can just say whatever we want to say.
It's called pago contra entrega. So let me write that on the chat.
Okay, sure. So that's already in place there, then that's doable. And that basically all you're doing, it's just them telling you that they will pay on delivery. And there's nothing to configure for that. Then you just know every order that comes in where that's been selected, that's how they will be paying you.
Okay. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's is it possible so when they select Pago contra entrega, can we display a message below Pago contra entrega when they select that? I need to clarify something, that is that we only accept cash, not credit cards on delivery.
Yep. So you just need to give us that message and we will put that message below there, yes. Mm-hmm.
So maybe if Ivan takes 2 days more, let's say, we can still make sell lists with Pago contra entrega.
That is correct. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just let me know, and then just let me know on any of the translations. But if at all possible, let's keep it really simple, because we are really just focused on getting all the basics done, and then do the translations for me and stuff. I will take and just upload this call right away to YouTube as a private video, and then you can watch that and get more information from there if you want to.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Then we'll talk soon.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Yeah. Bye.